Hey guys, it's Asha. Welcome back to Reading with Toby. I'm so excited to bring you all the end of year TBR tag. I love filming this every single year. It also helps keep me accountable for all the books that I need to read. I can't believe it's November. This year has gone by so fast. Let's go ahead and get started. I will put all the questions down below if you want to do this. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Don't think so. There are a few books that I have like soft DNF'd. Let me get them and show you. Okay, now that I gathered them, there actually are quite a few books. Okay, so first, these two are the ones that I don't think I'm gonna finish by the end of the year. Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I started reading this a while ago and I was enjoying it, but then I got kind of like bored and I don't know, so I like soft DNF'd it. I probably will come back to it, but I don't know, not anytime soon. I know people love this book and I was enjoying it. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Other book is Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. I was really enjoying this. This was one of my classics that I wanted to get to this year. I got like 164 pages in. This book is just like difficult and you have to concentrate. Like, I was enjoying it. It's so funny. Like, I was loving it so much, but you really got to concentrate on this book. And there were just like other books that I was super excited to read, so I decided to put this down. I think that next year I'm going to make this my like phone book, as in like I'm gonna have a copy of this on my phone so that anytime I'm like standing in line at work, I have downtime, I can be reading this book and then that'll help push me through it because I was really enjoying it. 3 books though I definitely want to try to finish before the end of the year. One is another classic, Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Again, absolutely loving this. I'm like 200 pages in and I just put this down so that I could read Frankenstein, which is the classic that I really wanted to get to in October. So as soon as I finish Frankenstein, I have another classic that I need to get to in November, and then this is going to be try to finish this in December. This is definitely going to get done because I was, again, really loving this as well. And then the last 2 are audiobooks that I'm like in the middle of that I just need to push myself to finish. The first one is The End of Everything, Astrophysically Speaking by Katie Mack. This again just talks about all the ways the universe can end. Really loving it. It's really short, but this is one that like I want to read as I am listening to it because I was having so many thoughts and I wanted to highlight so much and just annotate. So this is one that I just need to like take the time to sit and listen and read it. So hopefully this will happen for the end of the year. And then the last audiobook is The Whole Picture, The Colonial Story of the Art in Our Museums and Why We Need to Talk About It by Alice Proctor. And this is just going through museums and how there's like hidden histories. They're not telling the full story, all about colonialism. It's really interesting. It's just, it is a lot of art history, which I was not expecting. But now that I realize that's what she's doing, I'm enjoying it a little bit more, but it's definitely a lot of history. I'm really liking it a lot, but I need to just finish the audiobook. So those are all of the books that I'm in the middle of that I need to finish. Okay, the next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So autumn is definitely come and gone, but I will say the book that I read this year that I think is the perfect autumn transition, Slewfoot by Bram. I read this during a 24-hour readathon. I will link that video down below if you want to see it. But this is just the perfect fall read to get you into the mood. Spooky, witchy, female rage. So great. There's a little existentialism going on with Slewfoot. I absolutely love this. So I think this is like the perfect fall book. Okay, the next question is there a new release that you're still waiting for, slash is there a new release from this year that you still need to get to? So I don't think there are any other new releases coming out this year, but there's so many that have come out that I'm so interested in that I want to read. I don't know if they're gonna happen before the end of the year. I mean, I read my most anticipated one, which was Rouge by Mona Awad. Oh my gosh, yeah, Small Worlds. Oh, let me get that one. This one, definitely, I need to read this before the end of the year. This is by Caleb Azuma Nelson. He wrote my favorite book last year called Open Water. There's another short book and I think it's gonna be similar. I think I'm gonna love it. His writing is some of the most incredible writing ever. I have a plan to read this. Like, I have a video idea in mind where I can get to this, so this will definitely be happening. I can't believe I forgot about this. The next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, so I'm going to speak the 3 books that I for sure like have to get to I will be really sad if I don't. So one is my other classic. Is this classic, Black No More by George S. Schuler. This is what I plan to read in November. And this is basically just asking the question, what would happen if all Black people in America turned white? And I need to get to this one. I love this cover, it is amazing. So this one for sure. Okay, so this is a hard question because I have recently been like in a weird reading mood where I don't know what I want to read. I'm picking up a bunch of different books, nothing's quite catching my attention. So it's making it actually a little bit harder. But one that I was just looking at my shelves is In Memoriam by Alice Wynn. I think this, now that I saw this, I think this would be a perfect book for me to pick up, and I think I would absolutely love it. It's a signed copy that I got when I was in London. This is a devastating love story between two young men that moves from the sheltered ideal of their public school to the unspeakable horrors of the Western Front. I think I'm absolutely gonna love this. So this is definitely an option for me to read. And then I know I said I wouldn't repeat, but the only other one I can think of is Small Worlds that I really truly want to try to finish by the end of the year. Next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Absolutely not. I don't think any book is gonna beat my current favorite of the year. Like, honestly, like ever. I think I found my favorite book of all time. That is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I can't believe it took me so long to read this book. Yeah, this is my favorite book that I read this year. Now one of my favorite books of all time. This writing is just truly incredible. The characters, the despair, the love, the cigarettes, the setting in Paris, like everything about this book was absolutely perfect. And I can't see another book taking this place. The only book that could take its place is probably another book written by James Baldwin, which I should have added that to that list because I do want to read another book by James Baldwin before the end of the year, or even like reread this. I want to reread this book very soon, but there's no way another book could take this place. This book is so perfect. Oh my god. I'll link a vlog down below where I'm reading it because I like just freak out. It's incredible. If you haven't read that book, you need to read it. And then the next one is, have you already started making reading plans for the next year? So kind of, there are like, I'm trying to think of the classics that I want to read next year. I do have some ideas for that one, which I'll make a video about. I have an idea for a fun like way to do like a TBR, reading books that are already on my shelves that I need to get to, that have been on there forever. So I have that idea. I definitely want to do my reading books of things like my favorite tropes in books. I started that vlog reading this one where I was vlogging myself reading The Shards by Bret Easton Ellis because I thought this had male friendships and it was just like my favorite thing. And I vlogged myself reading this giant book, but it was when I like somehow deleted all of my clips, and so I don't have them, and so I lost the motivation to film that that vlog series anymore. If you're wondering what happened to it, that's what happened. But I really want to film that one, so maybe starting in the new year would be like the perfect thing to do. I'll link a video down below where I talk about my favorite like tropes and just things in books that I want to read more of, so you can check that out. And then the last question was just any last thoughts that I have. This year has been such an incredible reading year. Like truly, I found one of my favorite books of all time. I've been just reading so much. I've been reading like constantly. I feel like I'm just reading some really great books. I hope it continues. Let me know how your reading is going in 2023, and do you think you're gonna be able to hit your Goodreads goal? I think I actually will this year, which is so exciting. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll catch y'all on my next one. Bye.